This video is part of the certification program, SABA, Spreadsheet Applications in Business Analytics. Please contact if you want to apply for the certificate program, or for more details.
So today's topic is to understand the understand the central tendency and the dispersion. So what do you mean by central tendency? Okay. So central tendency, as an example, suppose you have some data. Okay. Let's say, for sake of simplicity, I'll assume that the data is distributed like this. These are the values. Okay. And this is the frequency of the data. So the y-axis, we are saying, let's say, how many times 10 is coming. So this is a frequency. How many times 12 is coming. This is a frequency. So even though this is like a way to represent a normal distribution, it is for normally I say that it is any data that you have. So you have some data are there. Okay. So some values, and it's like considering as of now, it has a discrete rather than a continuous. It's a discrete. So 12 is there, 14 is there, so it will have some frequency. Okay. So usually you'll find that the data is distributed. So this can be, let's say, a value of -10. This can be a value of -8. This can be a value of, let's say, 100. Okay. Now usually you will find that a large chunk of the data, okay, is around the center. Okay. In most of the data sets, you'll find that a large chunk is around the center, and then there are some data which are far away from the center. Okay. So we have to so whenever a data is given, we have to understand about, okay, how is the data looking? So we compute what we call as the descriptive statistics of the data. So descriptive statistics mean we want to know how is the data, what is the central location of the data. So how do we compute this central location? So this central location, you will find some values are there like 10, 12, 14. So we can compute some measures of central location. So we have some central location measure. Okay. And we also want to know, okay, from the central location, how is the data away? How much is the data away? That is your dispersion. Okay. So we have one item is central location. So our focus is to get the central location. Okay. And our idea is also to get the how much away. So we have to also know how much away data are from the central location. Okay. Now we'll see what are the various measures for this central location and all. We'll see, but central location we need to know, and how much away from the central location. Okay. So central location values we can compute using the average or mean. Okay. Then we have one more measure which is median, and one more measure which is mode. Okay. So central location, actually it is called as your, okay, so mean, median, mode are actually your central location. Okay. And this is your how much away from the central location. We have some measures like range. Okay, we'll see what is range, mean absolute deviation, variance, standard deviation, okay, sum of square dispersion. We'll see these what are these, and I'll try to explain this also. Okay. So central location, by the way, it is called as a first moment in statistics. How much away from the central location, that is called as second moment. So statistics has third moment and fourth moment also. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the moment, okay, so I will bring one concept which we call as a deviation. Okay, so all these moments are actually with respect to the deviation. So we'll bring that. Okay. Now you can solve this in Excel. Okay, so Excel has given you the statistical formula. So if you go to the formula tab under the more function, you can see that many functions are there. So more function is statistical. You can get lot of functions are there. Okay. So we have to identify, okay, which are our functions which we are going to cover in this class. So one is average. Okay. So you can see the average, it returns the arithmetic mean. So most of the time when we are talking about the mean, in our mind, okay, we are covering the arithmetic mean. Okay. But please note that there are other type of means also. As an example, geometric mean and harmonic mean. So we will see, we have already covered geometric mean earlier, CAGR calculation. So most of the time our focus is here is the average, arithmetic average. So how do we compute the arithmetic average, okay, of a data set? So let's say I have two data sets here. Okay. I'll compute the arithmetic average of the data set 1. So this data set, if I compute the arithmetic average, so I have to give average, and I either have to give them numbers like this, okay, or I can give a range. So please note that giving a number like this, it is time consuming. We should not give it. So we can give the entire range. Control Shift down button will cover the entire range, and we get the average. So this is your mean, okay, and you can increase the decimals of this. So this is the mean. Okay. Now if I compute similarly the mean of this number, okay, so you can see that the mean comes as 54.95. So we are trying to cover some descriptive statistics for this. Okay, so mean is 1. Okay. Then you have median. Okay. Now what is mean? Mean is arithmetic average. Okay. Whereas median is the computation of the middle point. Okay. So let's say suppose you have a number. Let's say you have number 3, 10, and 5. Okay. I ask you what is the median of these numbers. Okay. So to compute the median, what you have to do is you have to sort this first, either in ascending order or descending order. Okay. So once you have sorted, okay, you have to find out the middle number. So in this case, the middle number will be 5, okay, because this is a middle value. Okay. However, if the numbers are like this 3, 5, 10, and 12, okay, then what will be the middle value? Because there are now two middle values. Okay. So the median will be the average of these two values. Okay. So actually we can give in Excel this thing to compute, and we'll see that median will be the average. So if the number of count of the data points is even, the count of the data point is even, the median will be the average of the two. If it is odd, it will be the single one, which is the exactly the middle. How do you find out? So the number of point is 3. So 3 by 2. Okay, so you can take the integer greater than 3 by 2. So 1.5, round up. We have seen already. So round up, it will be 2 value. Here it will be the 4 by 2. So we have to round 4 by 2 minus 1th is, sorry, 4 by 2th we take. That is the second number, and 4 by 2 plus 1 we take. And gives that. So in case of Excel, it is like directly will give by applying the formula median. So median, again we'll select this, okay, and we have got a value. Okay. So here mean is 88, median is 89. Okay. So not much difference is there. Okay. Let's see if we can make it 250. What should happen to the mean? If the first point, instead of 200, I make it 250. You can see that the mean has changed, but the median has remained the same. So median will not change, okay, if the one of the highest one is being changed. So if you see, if this 12, I make it even 1000, okay, the mean value will remain the same, 10 plus 5 by 2, 7.5. However, the median will remain the same. However, the mean will change, because mean is the summation of all divided by the number of items. Okay. And we have something called as mode. So if you see, there are two type of functions in Excel when we have this mode. Okay. One is mode single. Okay. That means a data set, if it has one mode, okay, you can go for that mode single. SNGL is mode single. If data set has more than one mode, then you should go for mode multiple. Okay. But please note that mode multiple, if you see, it returns. So if you see mode multiple, you can take the help. Mode multiple, it returns you can see here, it returns a vertical array, okay, of the most occurring or repetitive values. So this is an example of array function, which we discussed in the previous class. So this is an array function. So make sure that you handle it properly. As of now, suppose I am interested in only single mode. So I'll say mode dot single, okay, and I'll give the numbers, okay, and I have got 105 as the mode. Okay. So one of the things that you have to understand is the mean gets impacted by the outliers. So this is an outlier example. It is like coming, there are like various definition of outliers, okay, but one of the thing is like outlier is like, this is an extreme value. So rather than saying it's outlier, it's extreme value. So means get impacted by, so means get, or average, it gets impacted by extreme values, not outliers, but extreme value. Okay, so please note that extreme value may be an outlier or may not be an outlier. Okay. Okay. So median is the middle value. It is not going to change, and mode is the highest occurrence. Okay, the number which is occurring the most number of time is mode. So here we have 105 is the mode. So instead of, let's say, 105, we write, let's say, suppose 130, okay, and 130. See, it has become 130. 130 is occurring now most of the time. So your mode has changed to 130. That is the idea. So it will automatically compute the highest occurrence. But see how many 130 we have? 130, 130, 105 we have also 3. So 130 is 3 times. 105 is also 3 times. Okay. No, 105 is 2 times, but let's make this 105. Okay. So you have seen I have made this 105. So this has given the answer as 105. Even though we have 130 is coming 3 times, 105 is coming 3 times. So this issue can be handled by computing what we call as your multiple mode. So let's see, compute the multiple mode. So assuming that we will have 4 modes are possible. Okay, I don't know whether 4 are there or not, but I will write 4. I will, so the array formula will select the 4 rows, okay, and I'll write the formula mode dot multiple. We'll select these numbers, okay, and remember how to handle the array formula. Control Shift Enter. So we'll press Control Shift Enter. Okay. So see this. If though we have selected the 4 rows, okay, actually the modes are only 2. So if the modes are not present, it will give NA. Okay. Suppose as an example, I will write 78 here. Okay, and again 78 here. See, now 78 3 times has come. Right, so which is equal to the highest frequency, so you have got 78, right? But if we did not have, it will write NA, right? So you initially you don't have to worry about how many modes are there. You just select some area and you write the function mode dot multiple. So please remember, in case of mode calculation, so you have 2 items. One is mode dot multiple and you have mode dot single. Okay, these are the 2 items. Median it is, right? Now, so normally mode is that item which is most occurring. Okay. Now I will ask you a question. Okay, so let's see. So what is the mode of this? Okay. So in this data set 1, 1, 2, what is the mode? So it is 1 is occurring the maximum number of time, right? Okay. Now what is the mode? Still 1 is occurring the maximum number of times, so 1 will be the mode. Now how much is the mode? So 1 and 3, they are occurring 2 times each, so 1 and 3 will be the mode. Okay. Now I add one more number 2 here and I ask you how many modes are there. So can you put on the chat how many modes are there? So is 1 mode? Okay, so you can reply all the modes which you are thinking. Okay. So if I say is 1, 2, 3 all are mode? Are 1, 2, 3 all are mode? Yes or no? Okay. Guys, please respond. Okay. I want to see whether you are active or not. So it doesn't matter. You can privately answer me. Nobody will check you. So 1, 2, 3 all are mode. Okay. Okay. So okay. Anybody else agree that 1, 2, 3 all are mode? Okay. Let's see. We'll put it in Excel. Okay. And for this computation, so we have initially data set was 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we want to compute the mode. Okay. So let's say we highlight this entire area and we say that I want to compute mode dot multiple, and this is the value we have selected, and press Ctrl Shift Enter. Okay. So okay. Okay, so it is selected entire thing. So it is giving you 1 as the mode. Okay, that is the output. Okay. So what I will do is I will change the range. Okay, make it to 10. Okay, right. So now we add 3 here. Okay, so you can see 1 and 3 both are mode. Okay, we add 2 here. Okay, so it is showing you mode 1, 2, 3 all as the mode are there, right? But this is one problem with the Excel. Okay, so actually, okay, if I ask you this number, I will give you and ask you to find out the mode. So what should be our output? Okay, NA. So mode dot single, because all of them have the same frequency 1. Okay, if I add this and compute the single mode, okay, Excel is giving you 1 randomly. Okay, and if you give the multiple mode, it is giving you all. Okay, but in theory, in statistics, all have the same frequency. So with all of the same frequency, there is no mode. Okay, so this is one of the drawback of your mode calculation in Excel. Okay, if all of them have the same frequency, it will still give you those all 3 as the mode. Okay.
This video is part of the certification program, SABA, Spreadsheet Applications in Business Analytics. Please contact if you want to apply for the certificate program, or for more details.